August 24th at the lovely San Diego Hilton project. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself, gentlemen.
My name is Ron Taylor. I'm the field engineer up here on the tower, and I've been at HP for 7 months and been up on the tower for 3 months.
My name is Alan Williams. I'm also a tower field engineer. I've been with the company about a month now.
My name's Justin Moriarty, Tower FE. I've been here for about 2 months. Tower.
Alright, why don't you go and explain to me your process you're using for bringing control up the building?
Alright, after we established our primary control on the outside of the building, we transferred grid lines into here, and after we got our handsets in, and we brought our elevation up on the side, we took a look at where our tables were forming, and once we got our points down, we found locations that would best suit us, put our sleeves in for roughing control and column layout. So each floor we would have a continuous sleeve being able to bring control up through each floor after it was poured. We don't have to worry about getting final control on each floor because we have 2 forms of tables, which doesn't allow us to get control up close enough to the floor we need it.
So how many sets of sleeves do you have on the floor?
On this is the south deck, we have 8 sets of sleeves on each floor. We have 4 on the south side and 4 on the north side. And what the guys did before us, Patrick, they established the sleeves and the drop ceilings where the corridor is. That way they'd be able to be used the most. And if there's one line we could always be able to get to and have access to for everybody. So it made it a lot easier to bring control in around the core, which is key to Aspen to make sure it's going up straight.
Okay, let's look at your sleeve locations while we're down here.
Okay.
I know we've got them grouted back in. No, we don't have them grouted back in.
Huh?
Okay. So that's just a sheet metal sleeve.
It's a 3-inch sheet metal sleeve that I think we got from our sheet metal manufacturer. We just had them make us some. We have ones that are 7-inch for our 7-inch slab, 9-inch for our 9-inch slab. And we have 4 sleeves going around the core. And we found these are our tightest control points where we don't have as much expansion and contraction what we're seeing. So this is where when we bring control up for column layout or for any of our final control, we try to start at these points because we found they're giving us a better tolerance on when we're lasering them up.
So 1, 2 at the other end of the core down there. 3.
That's what we're going to tape on it too. It's a good one to show.
Yeah, let's go take a look at that.
Shows how you actually laser it up.
Hey guys, jump in, we'll talk. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so explain to me your tape here. That's where you're actually setting up your green laser on, correct?
All right. Well, before when I got here, we made a master floor. We chained everything out, made sure it's perfectly square. Then we laser up the dot, and once we get the dot, we tighten it up, put a point there. We set up on one point and connect to another point. Then we turn our 90s. And we originally do that for the pour. The day they pour the deck, we put down a red line. And then we come back usually about 2 or 3 weeks later after they pull the tables and put down a black line. We're finding that the concrete's actually shrinking significantly. So sometimes the difference between our black line, which is final, and a red line, which we put down as a temporary, can be up to 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch difference.
See right there, we talked about.
See, this around our cores, we found these red lines to be a lot tighter to where our black lines are, which gives us more confidence in how we're bringing it up. And what we'll show later on is what we found on the edges. After we put control down its stress, we're finding that it's shrinking in a little bit.
Yeah, we're losing an inch.
Losing an inch, and like we were talking about earlier, about 200 foot plus or minus,
so I
you're
guess
losing an inch.
within tolerance, kind of the procedure, the way it goes and whatnot.
So your red line goes down the day of the pour for column layouts. That's worked crazy enough. We're pouring columns the same day we're pouring deck. Good for us. It's still, you guys put the same level of accuracy in that red line you do with the black line.
Yeah.
The point being, the red line moves as the concrete shrinks, so you come back and put the black line down for all the follow-on trades and permanent belly
And
control.
the other point being is, with the pump running, the pump's usually running and generators are running. There's a lot of vibrations, but with time constraints, you kind of have to have
Well, there's no
go-
kind of, you've got to
you
be
have
out
to have it.
there.
I mean, if we have a little bit of air for the columns, we've noticed that we've carried it up pretty good, but we're not confident to go with all our wall layout and everything else for all the systems going in here to use red lines. So we come back over to the black chalk line after pretty much when we can get on the floor at the earliest time when the tables are stripped. We try to get on.
Okay.